I've zoomed in a little to give you a better look at how the mechanics of the pivot table operate. Now, over here, the pivot table field list, you'll notice that what I have highlighted in here are the actual column headings from the original data set. And I want to do a relationship involving BMI between men who have only primary school versus men who have completed at least some high school. So my variable of choice is going to be BMI. I'm going to click and drag this down and place it down here in this little box. I'm going to leave it there just for a second for you. You'll notice two changes. First of all, I've dragged down the BMI values into this sigma labeled box down here, but it says in the label sum of BMI. I'll get to that in a second. You'll notice also our pivot table has changed up here. Now we have sum of BMI with a total value of 2,465 something or other. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's come back down here. I want average BMI value, not the sum of all 100 BMI values. So I'm going to click on this down arrow down here, and I'm going to select field settings value, change them. I'm going to change the field value. Right now the default is giving me the sum of all the BMI values. I'm going to change that to average. And when I click OK, you'll see now down here we're calculating the average BMI value for all 100 men, and that average value up here is 24.65666 and so on. One thing I'm going to do at the beginning, I'm going to come up into this cell on this pivot table. I don't need the BMI measured out to the millionth of a place, so what I want to do is format this particular cell, and I'm going to format the cell to report the number to 2 decimal places. That will be enough. And now you see we have 24.66. The next thing I want to do for my pivot table is now I want to report not only mean or average, I want to report standard deviation values. So I'm going to come over here to my field to select. I'm going to take the BMI tab down again a second time and drop it in place down here. And now you see again, by default, I have average of BMI sitting here, but by default it's giving me sum of BMI here. So coming back down, I'm going to go to this second addition, and I'm going to change the value of the field setting from sum. This time I'm going to scroll down and look for standard deviation. And I'm going to click OK. And now you notice standard deviation, the formatting is nice here. It's formatting to 2 decimal places. We'll check to make sure that continues.